Hornbill weekend Horn campaign of vegan chibai tu nia hi college ka visit hi le feeds group of institution here College of Agricultural Sciences hi Singtang area dinga Agriculture Science College omma sa peda hi ya hi le Imphal parin 55 ya Kangpok pia parin 9 kilometers bel chaw hi yai hiang bun hua mole lom tak mol ki kala yang bung luyal wanga yai da ni na greenery laga college agriculture simthe ni khang lai ta din hi college soi ta gaw ma hi tunin hi college student bang zaw ma ya bang course om ya facilities te bang ya le a teacher te bang chi bang ya chi iwa ending wa naw pang tampi igam sunga 90% occupation at chen agriculture ya himale nasa tagal fela yai kha revolutionize nga angai ma ya igam sunga agriculture product a yielding aga zar hi atam lo sia gina kesa hen thading silton tom in a trywa 29 alo chingpe ni le poppy cultivation aswaga hi himalaya ka illegal hi Manipur government nak pin dawa yai din muna yum chena agriculture bangchi pathak ding ya hanglai ten bang simding bangchi bang singkong te swana bangchi bang hai chi te swan ding gamdang te banga self sufficient le enough surplus food bang chine theding chi kha igam sung economy khan ton dinga hi kha a basic foundation hi tami college hi le graduate BSc simthe na hi college lioma agriculture hi to chen horticulture hi to bana forestry hi to bana biotechnology hi tami campus nop ta mai hi yangbung khoge oma tami campus hin sound disturbance noise bang ma umsa environment sunga ganhing te lui gugom te le singkong te law maya tami mun kana agriculture simthending lai simthending mun hoyom sia tami ka gen thoina ging ta si dingwa seeing is believing chi bang khat wei ending wa campus sunga iba work de he tami area let dan hi le 550 acres hi mun ong le mun zawma ma hi agriculture lam simthending experimentable thenadin hi mun sufficient ma ya tami agriculture tami college in hi tuin hi university status na satay na delwa hovel mun tom adie no disapa in Assam ahilo le Manipur son district tom le ham tom te lai sim khom na mona hi tami college campus eva visiting wa interview the interview ding hi. Hi Dr. Upam, nice to meet you. Can you introduce a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hello, my name is Dr. Rupam Patwari and I have joined as a senior program officer in this DST funded research project called Core Support Program. And as you can see, this is a integrated solar microhydel power project. It's a part of that project and it benefits our students. There is a subject called renewable energy and green technology, and this subject it showcases all the different types of renewable energy that they can learn and also they can pursue in their career. And this project has helped immensely to the students, and this acts as a laboratory setup also.
I can see lots of pipes and water storage. What's all the plan? How is it going to function? What are you trying to do?
So actually, there are certain pipes. It collects the water from there's a reservoir. We collect water there. The pipes carry the water to this. There are two reservoirs. One is the upper reservoir and one is the lower reservoir. So we have a turbine. So during heavy monsoon, so we operate the turbine to generate electricity. And in case of lean season, say for example from the month of November till March, when there is no water in the stream, so what we do is we have certain pumps, 4 pumps. These pumps are run by the solar. So we circulate the water from the lower reservoir to the upper reservoir. It becomes a cyclic process. So we can run the turbine as well as we can run the solar, and we
So
can
does
generate
it mean the student can come and learn these these courses
They-
also?
Yes, yes, they have been
What's
coming
the
here.
name of the course?
The course is Renewable Energy and Green Technology.
I see. So this also one of the department project.
Yes.
Is it more like practical site?
Yeah, this is a practical site for them. Actually, it's a project, and they come here to learn about, say, for example, this is a panel. So they can learn the real time, I mean, the voltage generated or the current produced from this. And depending upon how much solar radiation we are getting, and for each figure of solar radiation, how much voltage they can generate, and how this can be converted, how this can be used. Say, for example, Renewable Energy and Green Technology. The department is BSc Agriculture. So these solar panels, they can use it for pumping water for their irrigation purposes. So we can teach them. We have taught them also.
So this is very exciting and very practical side, and this will be really fascinating for the students, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How's the experience so far?
Their feedback has been positive so far, and they're excited. And yeah, that's all. I mean,
Thank you so much
yeah,
for the time.
no problem.
That's all.
Thank you.
Hi, Kavita.
Hello,
What brings you to come and study here all the way from Assam?
from Assam. Actually, the thing is, Manipur, we have many diversities. And the thing is, even Assam has, but the main thing I came here, what attracted me is the weather conditions and the climate here. It's, compared to Assam, it's very difficult. Like in Assam, if you go now also, it's too hot and it's not bearable. So compared to here, the environmental conditions, and as you know, this college is still budding. So the thing is, I want to let the people know that even though it's a small college, we can still make it big, and I will take the responsibility to make it a big college.
How would you like to describe a beautiful green campus beside the murmuring brooks, beautiful mountains, chirping birds, so clean air, amazing climate here?
The climate is very amazing. It's not only me, even my parents, when we first came, they came and they visited the place. And after they visited, they said, oh, what a beautiful place it is. And especially this Hengbung area, the noise pollution, it's too less. So when it comes to our studying and all, it's very nice to study here. And since we are horticulture and agriculture, we have many plants and diversities. We have subjects for weeds also. So if you go anywhere, you'll see many kinds of weeds also. We can interact with the system also. And if you want to know anything, like suppose we are studying a plant description, we can have the plant itself here and we can study it. So it's very advantageous for us.
What's prompts you to study agriculture? What's your plan? You want to get a job, or you're passionate about plants and
Actually,
vegetables?
Of course, I want to get a job, but I was always interested in pursuing horticulture. Actually, at first I wanted to go for medical, and I wanted to be a surgeon, but I know I cannot because I'm scared of those bloods and all. So agriculture has always been my second option. So after passing my 10th and 12th, I just thought that I'll do. Even one of my uncle, he's from agriculture background, he told me about the scopes and all. And India is an agricultural based country, so I want to make it more diverse.
If there is any student who would like to study about this college, what would be some good things that you would like to tell them?
So some of the good things I would like to say is that if you come here, you'll be responsible for making this college a grand college. And then the thing is, the number of students is less, and the teachers, they can focus on us very properly. And yeah, since it's a new college, we do face some problems, but the teachers and the faculty, they try their best to give us anything. Like for lab materials and all, we don't have the proper equipments. So we go outside on the tours. One of our teachers, they took us to the sericulture department. They showed us different things, so they used to take out so that we can learn. So that's how they are enthusiastic to teach us. So of course, if you come here, it will be beneficial for them only.
Thank you so much for taking
Thank you
the time.
so
God
much.
bless you. Tam ka din na muna hile Orchid Research Development Center hiya tammi laboratory notice adinga one of its kind mundanga ki si atu ini asunga bang bolo hi workers te khalani dong ninga tami mun hi tami college adinga hi mun poimo mama hiya mi pil museum le research bol center ta ta hiya tami mun hi le naw pang ta ya tissue culture laboratory ya azaw hiya asungi vendi wa bang chubanga ma vendi hi tami orchids te sai research na center hi a khopela min amu kha nai lo sahi chisagi tammi center apar ki mukhi hi tammi khopel theidinga ang pon khel hi tana research publication te wa hi.
Yes, please.
Yeah, hi ma'am, what's your name?
Myself, Dr. Tanzam Tilotama, Assistant Professor, College of Forestry, FGI College of Agricultural Sciences. Here, I'm here as a tissue culture instructor. My students are doing micropropagation. First, we do the inoculation, and after that, the plants are again micropropagated. That is for the mass production of the plantage. That's my students are doing all these things. Here you have this machine is called as the laminar flow. And so first we on this UV light for 30 minutes. After that we off it. Then we on this lamp for 10 minutes. Then for working conditions we on this blower here. The students are using both flame and the blower. And this is totally sterilized condition. And this surface is sterilized with the help of the 90% alcohol. And the students are.
Is it okay if you bring out one of the plate?
Yeah, plate means this one, sir. We cannot take it out from here because this is a sterilized chamber. So you only use under this cabinet, sir.
I see.
Yeah.
So what's going on this side?
Actually, after inoculation and the micropropagation, we shifted these plants into this growth chamber. Sir, here.
So this feels like I am inside what do we call
yes.
the movie Avatar, huh?
Oh, okay, thank you so much. Actually, the plants already we inoculated in the micropropagation. This black color or some are white color, they are called as the media. That is the food for the plants. We artificially supply the food as the tissue culture plants inside the growth chamber cannot manufacture their own food, that is they cannot perform photosynthesis. So we supply artificial food, all these are chemical, we cook this media in our media room. I'll show you after this growth chamber. Here time to time we check and we check the temperature. Yes, sir.
What is the end product with this? That this can be sold, or this is just only for scientific research?
Actually, sir, some are for scientific research and also we used to sell it. Yeah, when it is totally grown, when we will see, roots are well developed and the shoots are also well developed. After that, we need to acclimatize into the outside environment so that it can learn slowly to manufacture their own food and to adapt to the external environment, sir. So that stage, the first stage is called as the primary hardening. After the primary hardening, we do secondary hardening, then the tertiary hardening. After the tertiary hardening, we can supply to the public and we can grow for our conservation, just like that.
Do you supply anywhere?
Actually, that process is in the pipeline. Because of this COVID-19, we cannot complete the process. But at the local level, we are selling very well. Yeah. So my students are also love this technique very much.
Okay,
so all the students want to learn if it's in their syllabus or not. They used to ask me. So and right now my students are checking that some contaminations are there in the flags, in the tissue culture flags or not. They are checking.
How do they know if it's contaminated?
Actually, some fungus will come out, and some and some deformities may be there. They will check it out. I have taught them.
I see. Can we go to the media room?
Yes, sure. So taken out all the devices and all media, sir. These are all media. See, remove and the see planted into the clean media one.
So this media is made of chemicals?
Yeah, all are made of chemical. We use some protocols. So we have some protocols, and this is we call it MS media with charcoal. When the hormones according to the plants we used to supply. Yeah, and so this is our media room that where we cook our media. That is a food for the plant tissue culture plantlet, and we use so many instruments for sterilization and for cooking. And after cooking, so see, these are the chemicals we give them according to one rule, so that anyone can easily take out the chemicals and use. So after cooking, we cook with the help of this. As our is the large scale we use, so we don't use very small beaker, some beaker. We don't use it. We use this containers. Okay. And after cooking, for sterilization again we use the autoclave. So at 121 degrees Celsius we will cook it. After that we will shift to the sterilized room. That room is the sterilized room, sir. Yeah, and these are also autoclave. And even the water we use, sir, is called as the tissue culture rated water or double distilled water. Usually we have, generally we have only the one distilled system. Here we have here double distilled system. The water will be distilled and will collect it here, then again we'll distill and collect it here, then only we can use that water, other water we cannot use. And for the stock solutions preparation and the other everything what we are going to do in this tissue culture, we use the sterile water, that is that double distilled water, again we sterilize in this with the help of this autoclave. That is we call it as the sterilized water. So just like that we are doing it our best.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all the explanation. Our
Thank you
viewers
so
would
much
like to
also,
see you
yeah.
without mask. Can you take off your mask once? Let the viewers
Yeah,
see.
sure. Yeah, here I can so. Hello, I'm Dr. Kanzam Tilotama.
Dr. Kanzam, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's
for
a
your
wonderful
testing.
experience coming inside the
Yeah,
laboratory.
okay, thank you.
Only to about I hope you here, Assistant Professor Dimjaneng Haukip here, my College of Forestry here. Maybe in forestry gambang thingkung hoi study thading ngai po nang ipija chana na jilham. Yung zo siong gambang ito kisil tho lo.
thingkung zo se zil ngai lo ti hi thei be lo na azi chu e hoi thing thang mi te hi win thing thang a chu hung ki khang to cho thing phung la chu hung ki thas jing firewood collection even NTFP ni le cha iki ho lo cho but chi iki ho lo hi subsistence level hi na the
Subsistence level na titila e pau e pi dem mo.
ti dan chu ai ma ni le cha ding bawa ki hun be ti dina ai wanga market level a hi po do zo nai lo chu to chan ga hina so ji BSc Forestry ji hi le ama subject mo nga hi we are trying to study scientifically iti ki bol le hilaya ho an experience in a socio amantile e ho I khan to now I to I forest ho ti ditana I gammang ho hi itile conserve as well as market level la iti po do over then socio economic development iti thai dam ti jo BSc Forestry ti subject hi isim ting le hung ki he a hi cha jo apoi mo poi ti di hi thai lo poi mo thau na
Chi forestry hi a scope hi to ne kan sei ta na a prospect le scope hi asimnom ho adi ai pi umam.
Asibnom hoding a scope here first of all job min ga ki sai le central as well as state government jobs na central a siding in alien pena ebon va het du hi in UPSC IFS na abanting le if you go for further studies to ICR no ya ASRB ho agroforestry scientist yong hi thaina lai hi abanting le state department na zong state forest department in yo zo si a zong hi apply ball thai hi in aban le private sector iti tinga hi le ibon wa hi de hi in tree planting day in a zi we na ji tree planting day a hi seedling si government in apodo sanga ko tamzo ki daisy hi so for this purpose ho in private sector azong extra acho ziu na so saying acho entrepreneur in zong seedling management ibola nursery ipo do a banting le quality seed ipo do zawale ai dinga zong ki hin so na lampi khat zong ito hi
As assistant professor in forestry na chapang khat hung lung lut tale madam chin dong tale Kam de dia forestry study du ham hil lunglu dia study di tale hoi pen advice ta pedem.
Kam de ding si
Should we go for this department just to get a job or because we are passionate?
No,
between these two, which one will you advise first?
For my personal opinion is that job is also one of the highest priority in one's life ahi wanga chu thil hi ibol tenga le na interest na lunglut na chu chu dal masala chun then job will come automatically.
Forestry na la ako na forest na mudan hi chomam forest bunjo sina chitela ating ho flora and fauna na betjam how do na forest mudan na perspective ti khialam
ki khial momong e forest e I think hang mi te chu lo te hi ve na so we have been practicing shifting cultivation for a very long time. I le shifting cultivation phat modan ho ipi method zo chu ki mangle phajodi ham tidan ho hung ki he theme shifting cultivation a lei thau hung ki chaidan na agam forest ho changeya asu kha ham ti ho hi hung ki he forestry sima kona. And not only that egamo he thingphung hi atam ma jeng e wanga hoi thingphung chu grade 1 ham hoi chi pen chu grade 2 hoi chi grade 3 na ti ho jong chu hung ki he the te ka khana uning thau ti taute Manipura uning thau is the first grade timber ai wanga chu layman khat dinga chu ki hello chu uning thau thingphung chu hoi chi ham ti ki hello ai chu ai chu ho he scientifically study in bolte nga hele. So that is one thing. Another thing is first grade timber ho to a teak kiti ho sal kiti ho he cutting harvesting exploitation tamwal ta na so ipi tile innovation ki bol thein cho he replace ki bol thei de ham ti ho he forestry akisim so ke he second grade timber ho chu with chemical treatments first grade na jong ki podo thai he na so there is a replacement. So scientific study langa jong hoi mama ti khat hi o me forestry he thano ta subject he
tula emite forest hi haboi peter na forest reserve lang
forest reserve lang
chi forest hi thingthlang perspective nang jong professor khan hi tai na vo bu is adi ngai le forest gam kitan table of forest ai cha long le te in ki sa ho jo se a brick hoi forest product ki hali cha about the shifting cultivation tree saying na forest preservation na thing lo tan lo di ti to in da ni ti balance di ham nang mu da na he nang chu forestry na studies ya thing sa jo se chu criminal da na bit mai dia
no ai ho thing hang mi te he le forest dependent societies agriculture or he forest or interrelated mama he hoi na so in either way symbiotic relationship ki nei of forest to hin so ai ho hin kho ai forest to gamjang to ki dazing di ti chu hi thai lo hi so to hin do pen chu hi le thingphung hi apil hin tenga hi apil hin be se azong le na itan phateng le hin ki mo za thailo a mo jong thai asung an hom jong hi thaina so maturity level hi to hi high time favorable time hi tai til harvest bol de hi thingphung hi na and at the same time we should go for plantation also atu tiale sustainable management chu thai hi to ai ho thing thang mi te hi atam zo hin aphu ji bo hi ovin na aphu ji he ji lo ti za
chu lo ko na as chilai thing hoi net sat to
alo hi thei ti za chu ani ta hi balance to anga ye phu jong I phu diu anga ye
forestry department hi assistant professor na hi tan chin study ko na hi northeast lai le India hi le hoi lai lan chin hi itobang forest na captivate am hi which kind of forest you are fascinated forest those in a lunglut jeng ham tropical ham hi le mol sang la ham lui dung la ham to bang na lung
ai ho Manipur gam hi atam zo subtropical forest a hi na a hi wanga Arunachal a ko ichi a hi le tawang kiti khat min cha ko temperate forest ki mo he chi temperate forest a flora to flora a khat a fauna ti di tai na not only the plants but animals zong he variety diversity hi atame la ya ko na imu kha lo ki mu cho te ka khana sai dinga pacha aneu pen world's smallest flowers on chilanga cho temperate forest a ko ki mu so I was very fascinated temperate forest na
chulai college na sei bung jong hi research chom kana bol na hi lo le ที่เสียม tourism แบบว่ามันปอยมอตายจะไล forest interesting ทอมจะไล
Chilai forest hi atam zo hi saying a pine and oak forest hi na subtropical pine and oak forest hi intin. Interesting thowe ke ading awang chu I'm very interested in this subject. So wherever I go, kachi do si le thing phung chu ka vet vet je he ipi thing phung ham I mean ipi ham scientific name pi ham ti chu ke interest a hi za yon chu na ka khol jing a hi in ke ding awang chu it's exploration khat ta bang he lai zo.
Ki pa umma wa je assistant professor dim zanen. Thank you so much.
Thank you for ekeza.
To in agriculture student te khat rex interact in APD. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, hello, my name is Vazahat Khongsai.
Okay, you are offering which course? Yeah.
I'm pursuing my BSc Agriculture courses and
Yeah, what makes you to go for this course? What's your dream? What do you want to do with the degree?
actually I would like to say, I mean, I have passions in becoming a very successful entrepreneur and to become that I think to take up agriculture as a course is something that will help me to make my dream come true.
Like, what's your vision of how do you want to become entrepreneur through agriculture? What are the prospects that you find in this agriculture?
Well, sir, I would like to say there is an increase of unemployed youths in our state and in our country itself. And the main objective of learning agriculture and to become a job provider and not a job seeker. So to learn agriculture means indirectly, I mean, providing jobs to the unemployed youths also. And I think that will help in tackling the poverty of our state also.
How do you want to create job through agriculture? Like, what's your dream?
Sir, as I've already said, okay, if by God's grace, if I'm able to pursue my goals to become an entrepreneur, I can set up maybe farms. We have so many improved farming system integrated and so many farming system as with development of machineries and engines in the farming system also. If I happen to own farms or if I happen to build up maybe industries also, if I can, I would be able to provide jobs to people. And yeah, that's
I really like when you say that I want to be entrepreneur through agriculture. When we look at our society, almost 80% of our parents are farmers.
yeah, sir.
So we really need to develop our knowledge about this because we have been so long in the traditional way of farming.
Yes, sir.
So if any student wants to join to take up agricultural course here, would you advise any other students to come and join? What is your experience? Are you satisfied with the courses, the facilities, and everything going on here?
Of course, sir. I would say I'm very lucky to pursue my goals here. I would like to say we are still growing, and so we actually, to be honest, we don't have, large number of students. So teachers are able to focus individually on each student. So it is more like sitting down with teacher and discussing things also. It's very possible, and we can maintain a close relationship with our teachers also, and teachers are able to focus on each students individually till now. So
In short, there is a lot of advantage having small group here, right? Because
yes, sir.
teacher-student ratio is very small.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you, sir.
And God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
I
God
hope
bless
all
you.
success in your life.
Thank you, sir.
This is our herbarium chamber. This chamber is very much important, especially for the forestry students. Here we keep. Actually, I'm a biosystematic and a plant taxonomist for the way of this conservation. I learned tissue culture, especially for the conservation methods. Here we put all the dried specimens, all are poison. If the plant is extinct, from this herbarium people will know, oh, one day it was existed. And here not only the other dried specimens, sir, we keep even the type specimen. Type means the specimen from by studying this plant, the species is identified. So these are some.
So this is not gonna decay or it's
Actually,
preserved?
we have already poisoned, sir. So it's in the by poisoning.
It's preserved.
Yeah, we preserve it, sir. Even this pepper is not a simple pepper. It's 100% acid free.
I see.
It's a handmade. It's only available in Pune.
I see.
Yeah, and even this journal is not a simple journal. When the new species, the first published in one journal. Okay, that journal we call it the protologue. Not we simply said the journal. It's a protologue of this species. And even the naming system here, this species is named under the in honor of our chairman Hoklet Kipgen. So its name is Kipgenai by following our special Indian international bionomical nomenclature, binomial nomenclature. Sir. And
Interesting.
here,
Thank you.
and here this is a very interesting one. This species is only found in Hangbung all over the world. All over the world, sir. So its name is Hangbungens.
So how do we know that a particular plant is only found here?
Actually, when we describe this species, anywhere we don't have any information of this. Then only we announce this is a new species. As it is a new species and only found in Hangbung and then not reported from other places. So it is known as only found in Hangbung.
I see. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Tôi hope you hele Dr. Danaras Singh Thokchom here amai FGI College of Agricultural Science Dean Biotechnology. Sir, can you tell us about can you tell us a little bit about your profile? What's your degree and what's your qualification?
Yeah. Actually, I started up. I'll just start from my way back as a student. So I started my career as a student of biotechnology. Probably we were in the first batch of biotechnology that time. Then after that, I did my MSc in biotechnology from Bhopal University. That is called Barkatullah University. Then after that, I had a professional training course in National Environmental Engineering Research Institute in the Environmental Genomics Unit. That is a CSIR lab. Then after my MSc, I served for 2 years in CSIR Niri, where I was trained. Then I got practical exposure from there in molecular biology. Then I was also having expertise in cytogenetics, human cytogenetics and rodent cytogenetics as well. Then way back 2006, I came back Manipur. Then I joined a project sponsored by the Department of Atomic Energy in Manipur University. It was running in 2006. Then gradually I got myself registered for PhD in 2008, and I graduated with a PhD in 2010. 2011 I got my certificates of PhD. So my PhD was on genetics and radiation biology. So my basic area at that time was radio protection. So that's all about my career.
That's very interesting profile, sir. As Dean of Biotechnology here in FGI College of Agricultural Sciences, what type of course on biotechnology is imparted by the college? What are the courses on offer?
Yeah. So overall in FGI College of Agricultural Sciences, we have 4 streams. BTech Biotechnology, then BSc Horticulture, BSc Agriculture, and BSc Forestry. So unlike other colleges which run biotechnology, the course which we run in biotechnology is a BTech degree course, which is a 4-year course. So this comprises of total 8 semesters. And out of those 8 semesters, the 7th and 8th semester, it's called as the student ready program or experiential learning, where students are given totally hands-on experience and they are trained on various techniques which will be useful in their future career. and also in entrepreneurship development, and they are also made to do small projects on their own. The teachers supervise, and then accordingly they move on with small projects, and they have to submit it, and ultimately they earn a degree of BTech Biotechnology, and they go out with flying colors.
So what exposure do the college provide to the students on various realms of technology?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, first of all, like our college is very proud that we have young, dynamic and experienced teaching faculties, first of all. We do have a very well equipped state-of-the-art laboratory facilities of biotechnology. We have a full-fledged tissue culture laboratory. Apart from that, we work on various aspects of medicinal plants and molecular biology also. And with the what you call facilities which we have been given enough exposure to the students. Apart from that, we have certain linkages with the different institutions which are premier institutes of the country. So through an MOU, we have linkages with Assam Agriculture University. Then we have MOU with Central Agriculture University in Imphal. Then also we have linkages and MOUs with national labs. There is CSIR, CDRI, there is a Central Drug Research Institute. And another CSIR lab with which we have linkage is the CSIR CMAP, Central Institute for Medicinal and Aromatic Plant, Lucknow. We have linkages with National Botanical Research Institute and many others. So the plus point with us is that when the students gradually pass their first semester, second semester, and gradually come to the end of the semesters, they get exposure from this lab. We can gradually send them to this lab so that they can exposures, and then they can learn different techniques. They can know what is happening in the world outside of their campus. They can know what the scientists are taking up these days, what is the latest trend going on in field of biotechnology. So these are the things we keep up with so that these students get exposure.
Thank you so much for the time, sir.
You're most
May your
welcome.
service be a blessing to many of the young people here in Northeast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, bro. What's your name?
Thank you for giving me the time to introduce myself. I am Sat Gowlal Kilong. I come from a small village which is called K Orphanage, and I am currently pursuing my BSc Agriculture first year.
Yeah, there are so many other courses to choose. Why do you go for agriculture?
In our places where agriculture is the main work done by our parents, we have seen that, or we are in recent times that we are facing lots of problems regarding agriculture. Maybe less production of the harvest, or maybe many problems regarding the weeds, the pests, and so on. Seeing my parents and other people suffer, I would like to help solve this problem, and therefore I am taking up agriculture science so that I can help them.
Like if our productions are increasing, do you think we'll stop planting poppy cultivation, or we'll be doing more poppy plantation so that we get easier money?
Poppy will be still continued, because poppy cultivations, it's not done for consumption, but rather for selling purposes. Although it is illegal, many people are tempted to do so because of the quick money that they can earn from it. But for paddy cultivation, I think it is mainly for consumer and for market distribution. So I would like to say that whether the yield increases or not, poppy cultivation will be still relevant.
Yeah, with this spade and all this what do we call more to cha. So are we going to really come up and like increase our income? If we are looking at the scenario right now, we are doing shifting cultivation. We have been spending lots of time, and we could hardly get 1 year food production enough for the family. So what do you think about this?
Yes, I think students like us who are in agriculture college, and as a whole, every student of every institution has a very important role to play in this. I think that these modern methods should be adopted, but it is only due to the lack of awareness in the community that we are not able to adopt this. Shifting cultivation, students have studied, but awareness programs aren't held for the elderly or the ones who are doing the actual work. Therefore, students like us should actively conduct awareness programs in our villages, in our towns, in our cities, wherever we are. We should educate the local people, the ones who are doing the work, so that we can adopt new methods of cultivation, we can adopt new methods of agriculture and leave the all traditional technologies that we have used. And maybe then, after spreading awareness, we will improve our ways of cultivation, and then we will be able to improve the yield, and we will be able to change the mindset of the people so that we can move towards a better agriculture era.
Oh, I'm really proud to see you, young people like you, proudly saying I am taking agriculture so that I can change the system. That's the kind of young people we need more. Ole tu I hope you ding here Dr. PH Manika Sharma here, I'm a assistant professor College of Agriculture here. Dr. PH Manika Sharma, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Before I start asking you a few questions about your department, can you please kindly quickly run us through your profile?
Okay, sure. First of all, a very good afternoon. I myself, Purai Latpam Manika Sharma, and currently I'm in the post of Assistant Professor in Department of Agronomy. I've graduated from Dun PG College. I've completed my Masters from CPGS CAU Marapani, and I am doing my PhD in CAU in Agronomy Department in CAU Iroisemba.
Okay.
Yeah, I've cleared my net as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations for clearing that.
Thank you.
So, why should a student be interested in studying agriculture in India?
First of all, our country, India, is an agrarian country. It means that more than 65% of our population is engaged in activities, agriculture and allied activities. So we are basically agrarian country which is much dependent on agriculture, and the GDP percentage which contributes to our economy is almost up to 15%. And because of that, I think we are very much dependent on agriculture and allied sciences. That's why I think.
Okay. So, can you tell us what is agronomy for viewers?
Okay. Agronomy is a department in agricultural sciences which deals with the food crop production and processing technology of food and fiber crops.
That's all.
Yes.
Yeah, what is the situation here in Manipur? Is it satisfaction, or how far have we have to go in agronomy? What is the present condition? Can you give us a brief update?
A brief update, I would like to say, like after a green revolution in India, we have seen a boost, a bumper in the food crop, food grain production as well. But nowadays, the more problem is all about non-judicial use of the fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals, and the hazardous effect that it causes to the environment. So nowadays, what we morely focus is more on the organic farming, which produces like less harmful to the environment, as well as various food production technologies which are there to like implement with the current situation. Like we know that global warming and all, it has a very important effect on the crops, growing crops, basically cereal crops. So with the changing needs in the environment, I think we should go for crops which are more suitable to the environment and all these things are addressed by agronomy. So I think it's a very like bright future in that scenario.
Yeah, you have been talking about the future. What are the future, the scope and the prospect for agri graduates?
After graduation in BSc Agriculture, there are various scopes, say in central or state or as well as private sectors. Like they can apply for some posts, I will say like AO, that is Agriculture Officer, Assistant Agriculture Officer, Agriculture Field Officer. This is in banking as well. And if you go for higher studies also, If you have completed masters and PhD, then you can apply for ARS, that is agriculture scientist. And then nowadays they are more focused, the youths are more focused on the entrepreneurship. And in Manipur itself, some of my colleagues, they have started their own entrepreneurship programs. I would like to name some, like Ingal Aquaculture, and then E-Farms, E-Lomi, Mystic Tea. These are to name a few. After graduation in agriculture, obviously there's a bright scope for them.
I want to ask you one last question. It might be a little bit personal. Did you go for this course because you want to get some job or because you're passionate about agriculture?
I would like to say it's more of a personal, because my father, he was an agricultural officer. He works in state agriculture department, Manipur. So from childhood itself, I was like more into the morphology and everything. I wanted to learn more about the crops, cereal crops. Basically, he's a pathologist, but I really wanted to know about the morphology of the cereal crops and all. My father used to say the basic necessity of life, that is food, shelter and clothing, which are very much necessary. And then these things, these jobs don't run out with time, of course, I think.
How often do you take time to study plants in agriculture beside your academic teachings inside the classroom? Do you have your own garden, or are you taking lots of time to study practically all those things that you study in the books?
Yes, apart from taking the classes, I have my own research, experimental research going on. I'm working on 4 different varieties of rice. And of course, yes, I do kitchen garden, I do have in my backyard. So
how does it help you practically being a graduate of agriculture in your plantation? Does it make a lot of difference, or studying in the book is one thing and trying to do it practically is very different?
Actually, I would like to say that by studying BSc Agriculture, we are more into the scientific community, I would like to say. Not just growing a crop and then just harvesting, not just like that, but understanding the various processes involved in it, like photosynthesis, respiration, and then what the chemicals they are producing, what enzymes are there, what compounds are there which are beneficial for us and all, everything we don't know as a farmer. But after studying this scientific course, I think we have a much better knowledge, and then still learning process is going on right now.
So you are quite happy to be a professor here? Do you love your job?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Dr. P.H. Manika Sharma.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
God
you.
bless you.
Okay.
Research Center hi a makrab ki bun thelo here. Tam hi le no medical research hi tam te le mau research bolte here. Ichini result kana ta tuin me hope diwa. Yes, ma'am. Can you quickly run us through what exactly is this research center
Actually,
about?
our center is Ethnomedicinal Research Center. It's in front of you. Okay, sir. So we collect the information from the local healers, and here we validate what they said is true or not actually. So these are our some collections, and these are some photograph we visited to the healer, and so there are users here. So here our center is well equipped for the biotechnological sciences. So let's proceed. Please follow me. So these are the instruments. This is our center, instrumentation center.
These are all for research.
Yeah, these are all for research. And also we teach to our students. Yeah, it's very high-tech instruments all are.
This where it's more like experiment room, huh?
Yes,
Experimental room. It's
And
like a lab.
all are this are restricted room.
Is there anything that you want to explain specifically?
Actually,
That's all,
so we
right?
have this centrifuge machine and this spectrophotometry. Almost all the instruments required for biotechnologies are available here, sir. Yeah. Even this, with the help of this microscope, you need not to see under the microscope directly. It will be visible through this. This LCD, this computer. All the machines are connected with this computer.
So students have practical class every day
Yes,
here.
sir, yeah. Even the freezers are here about minus 80 degrees Celsius, minus 20 degrees Celsius.
This is quite interesting.
Yeah, thank you so
Is
much.
there anything new that you find out from here? Any new research coming up from here?
Already we have discovered. Dr. Dhanaraj and his party already filed 3 patents from here.
3 patents.
Yeah.
That's about medicine.
Yeah, these are some their publications.
Tami muna hi sing tang dam doi te research bolo hi ya tami muna hin sing tang dam doi kisudam chi te hi adi le di lo research bolo tami muna hin sil thum patent bolo hi patent bol chi cheri amo khierun nei tu hi na a rights claim tenedin tam na research te tam ta hi do ma tambang sing tang do na research center dam do ethno medicinal research igam sangam da ga mi sia tami mun
No one for me
lai
just
simut
suddenly
tami mun
happened.
hi research center hoi na ma hi Oleh tu ini iho pidih le Professor Luchon Saikia ya ama ile Dean College of Horticulture ya tammi Fitz Group of Institution noya College of Agricultural Science noya branch tum ya patela hi Dean College of Horticulture ho pidih. Hi sir.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about your profile, what's your experience and how did you come to get to work here?
Okay. At first, good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
So my name is Lusan Saikia. I'm a retired person. I used to work in Assam earlier. I came here after my retirement. I got retirement on July 2020. I work in Assam Agricultural University as a professor. I served my university for long to 42 years. I joined the college as a student in 1973. Then I joined the state government. After having serving for more than 1 year, I came back to my university and served there for long life. I was purely in teaching, research sections and all. So I did my BSc from Agriculture. I did my MSc from Agriculture from the same institute, Johat. And then I joined in the service. Then later on I joined as a PhD student on deputation at Pantnagar from GB Pant University of Technology and Agriculture. I got my degree in 1988 and I came back to university again. Then I served my university for long 42 years.
So what brings you here after such a long service?
Actually, the first thing is I have been contacted by the chairman of this institute, which is FGI, the Fitz Group of Institutions. The chairman, which is the present MLA also, is that Mr. Haukolet Kipgen. So he invited me to come here to join because at that time this was a new college. In 2019, this FGI was first established with 2 colleges, College of Horticulture and College of Biotechnology. So during that time, that is the time of the beginning, it is a very nice time. But after 6 months, the institute faced a critical problem of the COVID problem. So every teachers, they simply went back to home because of the closure of the college. Not only college, the whole country was closed down. So at the time when I got retirement, he immediately contacted me. So he said to me that you please come here and see. That if you can do something here, then definitely. I came on. During the COVID time, instead of having the peak of the COVID, during September I came here, I stayed for 3 days. And I have just gone through the college campuses, the premises. And I felt that I should do something because after my retirement, I will be sitting just simply without anything. So it will be better to serve the people of the Northeast people because here things are not same like as plain areas. Here Manipur is having it's a small state. Here the plain area is only 10%, the hill areas are 90%. But this is the sole institute which is having serving the people of the hills. Agriculture is not as in plain areas. Hills we need a different technology. Here things are different, customs are different, your social systems are different. So we have to just to endeavor the things which is needed by the people of the hills. There must be someone, at least not in me, anybody who will be coming here. They have to be very much adapted to the condition of the hill, so that they can serve here. And here I have came. I joined, and I realized that I need to work here hard.
What's your role and responsibility? Can you tell us in brief?
Presently, as I am serving as the Dean of the College of Horticulture, also rendering my services in charge of the Director of the FGI. So my sole responsibility is not only administration, also teaching. This is a completely a new initiative in this part of the state. Here now we are at least short of teachers, so we are making our endeavor to make it more fulfill more teachers. Every year we are engaging more teachers, recruiting more teachers of highly qualified degrees. Here my responsibility goes as an administrator to look after the entire academic atmosphere. Here we have to develop an academic atmosphere among the students, also among the staff members. Side by side we have to look after the quality of the education. We have to be a quality education because we are competing not only state level. Because we are pursuing a course curriculum which is at national level is same. So we are pursuing at the national level, means we are at the international level we are competing. So I want to make this college to compete enough to compete with the at the international level.
Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
talking to us. May your service be a blessing for the people of Northeast, as you have mentioned. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much.
Ole toi ho piding hile College of Agricultural Science branch nuya khatela khara College of Horticulture here. Poka ho pidi le Dr. Rocky Thokchom, Assistant Professor. Hi sir, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can you please kind of tell us briefly about yourself?
I'm Dr. Rocky Thokchom. I've completed my doctorate in post-harvest fruit crops.
I see.
And I'm newly joined as an assistant professor in FGI Handbook.
Can you please tell me what is horticulture about in brief?
Horticulture is an art and science of growing, production, management, then processing and marketing of fruits, vegetables, flowers, spices, plantation crops, mushroom, etc., etc.
So what are the different branches of horticulture?
In horticulture, we deal with fruit science, which is also known as pomology. Then another one is vegetable science, which is known as olericulture. And the third one is floriculture and landscape architecture. And other than this, the minor branches are nursery management as well as post-harvest technology of fruits and vegetables.
Let's imagine that I am a student.
Yes.
Like if I come and study here, what are the career opportunities? If a student is going to offer to take up these courses, they need to know what are the career opportunities. What are the career opportunities for this?
First of all,
horticulture.
If you study horticulture, one will be graduated, okay? And it is the door to all the competitive exams of graduate levels. And again, if somebody want to go for further studies, higher studies, after the graduation, master in horticulture and PhDs are there. Then after that, if people don't want to go for studies, we have farming, means we can do farming and earn income. Then in irrigation department, it's also there. Job opportunities are there in private, government, as well as for self.
I see. I want to ask you one simple question, sir.
Yes.
You have been a graduate in horticulture.
Yes.
Now you are an assistant professor.
Yes.
How much of what you learn in the books and in the classroom and laboratory can you put in practical? How many plants and how many fruits have you planted, or is it very different thing to study on the pages of paper, or can you really put into practical what you have learned?
Yeah, we can put into practicals. Say for example, like apples and all. Apples and all, it's a very important crop for high hills like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and all. In Manipur, we have also some high hills, okay? But here we can cultivate low chilling variety. That means in Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir, they need very cold temperature. So some low chilling means which don't require too much cold. We can bring, already I think it's started in Manipur. In apple, we have started Dorset, Anna, like apple variety. We have started cultivation in Manipur.
Let's hope and pray that this college, FGI Institute, will get lots of young people who are so interested and passionate about making difference in agriculture, in plantation.
Yes.
So we hope and pray that it will be an able professor who can teach young people so that they can follow their passion in agriculture. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Ole to I hope you hi le thang min lun hau ki ba hi a ma hi agriculture science second year student hi lun. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Pam.
Pidian na lung lun ham agriculture hi. Pina bol nom ham.
Kai ma mo do la hi thing hang Manipur context an sei lang. Thing hang Manipur sunga hi thing hang to hen phai tu hi ratio hi ban island area hi zala hi som ko hi thing hang gam hin hilly area sina. In cho hi ban island hem thing hang gama resources or exploit ki bol lo na hem ki khol lo hin na dan chu thing hang apana hi gama apana hi iti man cha in cha ko na chu an che lo hung ipi tu thaya na ye wa hi inu ipa jong thing hang gama apana hung phasa heta chu kang lei pu hin bola an che lo hing an tua simlai school in kai sa an heta chu thim jin hin ki bol hin na in chu even na helen ye ho hin me an che lo hing ho he tu thei hin ai ti mana mo tu da bang khanin kam muina in chu bhem h agriculture ko na hi lei ho chu soil testing bol thei ham na h nutrients ho chi pim ham na hi cha chen mu chi pi ki tu la pha ham anga chu phadi nam na in chu le ni sa le hui ho hi gu ho hi pha nam na in thwa hin vet ngai jin hi chwa ko na hi at least 4-5 year na dan chu ho hi shifting cultivation kang lei hi very prominent hin ho la hin atama ma jing in chu le the 70s sang chi ha sei le win na in la solution hi he povin a solution he povin ka tin dan chu agriculture chi pata het wa thing le lei ho chu hi ne pata het pha no le chen na I pi chi ki tu le chen long range sidham te ka na chu shifting cultivation kang lei hi for maximum 2-3 years ki bol hin na chi le chen ki da ha ngam chum ki bol hin na he chu ki da ha chu the balance of the environment chu ki man sa hi tan na nutrients ho do si ki la cha ya bana ki sif hin na hi chu chu group chu pata chu study bola hi chi gama chu pi chi ki tu thei le chen akum kuma khang khanga chen ki tu thei dam na chu le hi chi ki se che lo future khonunga future prospect yang chu tung di hinam na khin sona nei thei di hinam chu le in chen sim thei na hinam teng che vet ngai kin hin na hi ti ja chu thing hlang gama hi resources it kho ma jing win na in la aman cha dan hi ki wa win na in ja chu kai ta bang nang ta bang na simlai khang tha tam ta he 12 fi cheu le hin atam zo hin history ka te poi geography ka te poi science ka te poi tam ta hi chief general line achieve na agriculture hin professional 4 year course hin na in chi phata 4 years sunga he phem theory se lo hin na in chi kum thum sunga theory ki sema akum din chan hin practical full practical heta na 100% theory jaw ta lo kum khat sunga practical bo ki bol heta na in cha chu pata study ki bol hi ja he professional course hi tan a hi ta chung chona hi en pham I ho thing thang ga ma ho he an cha thei hin chule hi ti hi ja sim la ho jong ilung rut naw hi la ka ti hena ilung rut nei hi lo lawang ching ka te poi I thanup naw hi ya ilung rut naw hi ya igam singo he semu te ti wa chule ne la cha jong hi pun sa huitin chule in chen semu te ti wa len agriculture law hitin chule kin sunan jang nei hitin chule mi ading in jong ki thopi na ti tan chu job provider hiutin na iho gama iho
la na toi na mudana na ikam sung agriculture vetil farmer tamzo hin kum khat adi ni khop jong tam jon kyo lo cho chi tha se ji ham ai lo agriculture knowledge ki war ham ai lo le technology empowerment um lo ji ham piti na mo am na
chi kai ma mu da na hi agriculture lang pham head gil na nei lo ji ka tin me aji chu head gil na nei pha no le chun athang pi khana wang chhinge thing hang gam hin chule thing hang gama chu idei bang phai cham banga chu phe machinery hong ki pulu theilo hinna hat ta cha tractor ho ki pulu thei chu I ho thing hang gama chu hi jong le chen them I ho le ho chen ki khul chin nei pha no le chen a solution te because where there is a problem there is always a solution na hi ti hi ja chu เด็กข้าน่าจุนอันจะก็ใช้ตัวมันจะกังเลยหัวตะบังยังจังนะกังเลยอันในสร้างอาจู for example ปริขัดนี่ในตาเวนะเตอร์ขัดก็มันในตาเวนี่จะส่งอาจูอีพีฮัมอีพีตูอีพีเมียตูไทยฮัมนะอันเจี๊ยบตูไทยฮัมไอ้เราเลยเทกาตูไทยฮัมนะไอ้เราเลยจ้างไอ้ตูได้ยังละจันจ้างจะพาให้น้ำ variety ยังจ้างจัดจนจุ่มเห็นนะนั่นจะนิสาโตไอ้เราเลยกูตัวกิตูเห็นน้ำอะไรแต่กิตูเห็นน้ำที่ห้องเวทก็ลานะเห็นชอบจันกิตูเห็นชอบจะบ้วนนะเห็นก็มาอะไรหัวจัน testing หัวจันเห็นก็มาเห็นจ้าจูเห็นจ้าดึงอาจูอินเวทพาเลยจันจะเล่ plus ทุกครั้งจูไอ้หัวเห็นนะบุษไอ้เทลไว้แต่มาสังไล่บ้างตัวจ้าก็จะเล่าว่าจีเพียงกินสูนะจูเล่ไอ้เราเลยตรงด้านไหนจะไอ้เทลไว้แต่น่ะตัวไล่จูขันตัวนะจีน่ะตรงจูจะทิลท่านะจางพวกน่ะเด้งายมีแมชชีนมันให้ตันจางตัวน่ะเด้งายมีแมชชีนมันให้ตันนะที่ที่ as fertilizer ยังเราไอ้หัวจง excess ก็จะป่วยนะ but at the optimum level นะอันนี้จูไอ้หัวเลยจูเพียงอันเจลูกมีตัวจูมั่วพัดลงไม่เทียนะกุมโซเลยจูให้ชอบเลยจูให้ชอบสุปุ่นนั่นเด้งอาจูนะอีปีหับเทียมนะ organic manure หับเทียมนะ organic manure ที่พัดเลยหันบ้องเอ๋บ่สิมังเวนนะที่สร้างอาจจะ farm yard manure กินนะเดี๋ยวจะ composting อย่างเอามินที่จัด integrated farming system อย่างเอามินนะให้ชอบจูให้ชอบจะ bonus integration หินละข้อมานะไอ้หัวทิ้งทางโลอีบ่อน้าว่าจงหินกิมังเลยเห็นก็สิบางอาชูให้ตั้มจูเห็นกุมขัดหน้าดิ่งไงนี่ขบเลยติวเห็นนะฮิจะสร้างอาจูฮิจะอิลงเกโลจูlet's broaden our mind or mindset or vision ฮิจะเขียนละจันฮิจะกะโลบัวน่าก็น่าฮีนะก็อินเจนก็อินสุมินจงกินส่วนนั้นในเทจ้าจะเล่ก็มาดิ่งไงสุมกะโลไทยดิ่งตีนดิ่งอาจู productivity boost ดิ่งอาจูนะอินจ้าจูแบบ modern machinery ห้องมันจะง่ายจริงก็ใช้บาง fertilizer ห้องมันง่ายนะแต่จะ scientific knowledge นะขุดจริงง่ายก็ตีเห็น agriculture knowledge เห็นเราเลยจนอร่อยในจริงเลยไอ้ที่อาจจะสิมูหิตินอิสิมพักเลยจนเห็นเดียวก็ตีนั่นนะ
พอมาว่าเจ้าเลย thank you so much for the time
yes sir
hello mang nang hi chilai college ana role piam
ke hi chaplain na ka pan hin na ichi college a hi achom lama ga saiding a chu thêm zil na chi na them na ki hol hi jong le pathenin trichotomic being ta sa lung thim thagau ne ai sem hi zen na ichil thagau lampa angai chat now hi kisu bulit pg hin sunday se le fellowship om na
sunday fellowship bana mentoring na bol ji thom chaplain si chapang ho thasat na counseling ho na bol thom
e henge ka bol ji ngai chat dung zin na ipi ha relationship problem ne yo ma hi jong le chele ipi ha substance abuse hi han lang a hi lo le bia stress anei ham ibham problem family problem hen lang hi jong le na hi chot ta bang chule dam lo na azab zara ma hi jong le na hi chong chu anit dung zu ya chu cater ki bol pg
chila hi evangelical union hi dynamic thom student community lai ta bang ham apan la da na
tu change ya hi evangelical union hi manipura college sum hola hi atha pen hi dingin ka ging chain na just 1 year kum khat bo ka hina lai win zo chana chu achom lama fellowship ki nei pg hin na i zo chana chu to hi dynamic very dynamic he jong kating am point hi jong le all hi ka khan to nom zo hin aji chu sau ta ki chi nom hin na biha i 100 meter race ta bang hi lo je in thagaw lam jong all na marathon lai ta bang hi je in anit dung zuya hi student ho in kumli sung campus life man sung wa hi thagaw lama jong ga so theina di wa hi chichuna ta sa chi na thep na hall ki lo thagaw lama jong chu sunday ting le just 2 hours fellowship ki nei ji hin plus apoi mo dung zuya anytime kin jong I available ki hi jing hin thagaw lama na I biham boina ne yo ma hi jong le chule career lama boina ne yo ma hi jong le oi zo hot ki thozia na I chu partnership a ki tong khom hin thagaw lam apoi mo dung zuya ki vesui ji hi aji chu mit nu la patam pinagel ki chu biham tia hele kachanu kacha pa hi mun choma lekha simin koi leng athagaw lam piti di ham tia lung thom hau ti de ha na lung nop mo na nei jong tam pi jin hi chu ho chu haudang howang chu force akibol po in na at de sara christian hin a si chu common fellowship ki nei khom ji hin na sunday se le hi tia chu thagaw lama ngai char ho chu ki su bulit pi ji
ki pau me ma nei ho pian
ki pau ma le
tami ka din namuna hi le tami institution administrative block feeds group of institution hengbung manipur tami compound hi Manipur sunga tamsa compound nal zo hi atam na dia chi do thei ma wa hi 550 acres sprawling green mun zo sia singhingum compound ma hi tami hi le administrative block hi a pa chen hi tamna bana yen phediwa tami le krishi vigyan kendra ya kvk Manipura district tom na auma to bana tammi hi Manipura ri one of the best performing kvk record here Farm Science Center hengbung ya to ban sponsored by ICAR Ministry of Agriculture Government of India Host Institute Feeds hengbung chi ya tammi hi le staff te khalani ho pi dia hi
I am Dr. Nongthomba Mohindra Singh and I am working here as subject matter specialist in veterinary science in Krishi Vigyan Kendra Hengbung Senapati Manipur since last 19 years, and my nature of duty is to promote and demonstrate the various technology in livestock sector such as poultry, piggery, duck farming, then integrated farming system in different locations of Kampupi and Senapati.
Hello sister nang self introduction nang kinai thei di
le ke hi le Dr. Hoilin ting vai phe ke hi lai muna hi kvk hingbunga hi SMS fisheries subject matter specialist ka to hi kum thum kana tong ta chong le to is lai host institute feeds group of institute te college hi chom khat ojate ki thopi guest lecture economics and marketing ho jong ka hilji
thank you mo
le ka ki pa ele